Alright, so let's have this next sample problem. So same lang yung tinatanong ulit sa atin. We need to determine the nominal and ultimate strength of the given sections natin. So this is the respective section. However, ang given natin dito for our diameter of the stirrups is 12 millimeter. F prime C is 70 megapascal. And the value of our yielding strength here is now being 375 megapascal. Okay, so yung arrangement of our reinforcement. So on the first layer, we have 4 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter of the rebar. And then for our second layer here, we have 2 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter. Okay, so we need to determine what is the nominal and ultimate strength. So obviously, we will start with our preliminary steps, which is the determination of the effective depth. All right. So earlier, we are already considered this one, no? So same lang naman yung height natin dito for our rectangular beam. And also, since irregular or yung arrangement ng ating reinforcements is being non-symmetrical, so ang magandang approach natin dito, we can use the Varignon's theorem. Okay? So this is the emphasis of using that. And then, yung ating effective depth, once you subtract your location of your centroid together with your height of the beam, this is now equal to 423 millimeters. All right, so let's proceed with our failure assumption. So I will assume this as steel yields. So ibig sabihin lang nito class, yung stress of my steel should be greater than or equal with our F sub y or sacking yielding strength. Okay? Which is equal to 375 megapascal. Of course, the determination of our beta 1, since it will depend on the value of our F prime C. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, yung value ng ating F prime C is 70 megapascal, so that our beta 1 here is 0.85. Alright, so next tayo. So, yung next na gagawin naman natin is we need to determine the parabolic stress block C or yung ating depth of stress block itself. So, of course, galing tayo sa ating compatibility equation and then the expanded formula. So, same pa rin naman yung under sa ating analysis. Okay? So, you need to substitute everything in our equation, which is this one. So, yung value ng ating C here is now being 292.982 millimeters. Okay, so next naman tayo is we need to check for the assumption. Okay, so for our assumption here, we need to determine the actual stress on our steel reinforcements. And substitute lang natin yung ating C. Of course, ang makukuha natin dito is 266.27 megapascal. That's why class, importante na after natin makuha yung depth of stress block, yung value ng ating C, we need to check it. Kasi ito yung magbibigay sa atin ng justification na tama yung ating assumption. However, in comparing with our yielding strength, okay, ang ibig sabihin lang niyan, it does not yield. Mali po yung ating assumptions na inassume dito. So, ibig sabihin pala, instead of still yields, dapat ang magiging assumption natin does not yield. Alright, so if this is not yield yung naging condition natin dito, ibig sabihin mali pala tayo ng na-assume natin for our steel failure. So ibig sabihin lang na to class, ito na yung magiging second case natin na kung saan we can assume that steel will not yield. Ibig sabihin lang nito, dapat mababa sa 375 megapascal yung makukuha nating stress for our steel reinforcement. In that case, the value here is the formula itself. Of course, this should be in terms of C. So if we will repeat the solution that we did earlier, which is the determination of our depth of the stress block, which is on the basis of the equilibrium compatibility, which is in this expanded form. Kaso, ang papalitan na natin dito, aside kay A is equal to beta 1 times C, this time around naman class, ang papalitan din natin dito is the stress of our steel reinforcement. Kasi nga, inassume nga natin dito na hindi na nga siya mag-yield after all. Okay? So, let's substitute back yung mga nakuha nating values. So, ideally, kapag ang assumption natin still does not yield and you are using the compatibility equations, ang mangyayari ngayon dito class is dapat iisa pa rin ang inyong missing variable, which is the value of C. So ang value natin ngayon dito, this is now equal to 260.663 millimeter. So once again class, we need to confirm if this is legit or this is true enough na tama yung naging emphasis natin dito. Which is babalik ulit tayo sa ating checking of assumption, which is by determination of the actual stress in steel reinforcement. Okay? So substitute back yung mga nakuha natin. So ang nakuha natin dito is now being 373.67 megapascal. And comparing it with our yielding strength, which is 375 megapascal, ibig sabihin lang nito, still does not yield. Ibig sabihin, yung second case that I presented here, it has a correct assumption. Kasi dapat, ang makukuha nating value for our f sub s should be less than our fy. Alright, so after na natin makuha yung actual stress in our steel reinforcement, what we need to do here is we can now determine the value of the depth of the rectangular stress block, which is beta 1 times C. So just multiplied by 0.85 and yung ating 260.663, ang makukuha nating value ng A is equal to 221.564 millimeters. Okay? So next step tayo, which is the determination of our strain so that we can determine the strength reduction factor. I will using once again yung ating pagkuha ng strain from our strength of material, which is stress divided by the modulus of elasticity. So makukuha natin ditong value is 0.00187. Please take note that this value of the strain is less than 0.002, which is indicated that this is a compression control. Okay? So to determine the next step, which is the strength reduction factor, using this criteria, ibig sabihin lang nito, since less than 0.002, yung ating value ng strain in steel, so ang gagamitin nating strength reduction factor is 0.65. Alright, so last step tayo. So we need to now to determine the flexural strength. Okay, so nominal flexural strength first. So ito yung reason kung bakit nag-i-insist ako sa paggamit ng value ng nominal moment galing sa compression. Kasi nga, kapag tension kasi yung pinag-uusapan natin kasi dito or yung tension yung isa-substitute ko dito, medyo confusing siya lalo na dun sa paggamit ng value ng kanyang stress. That's why I just stick sa paggamit ng compression then multiplied by its moment arm. Okay? So expand lang natin itong formula na ito and substitute back lahat ng mga nakuha nating given. So makukuha natin ditong nominal strength is now being 219.911 kilonewton meter. So para makuha na rin natin yung design or the ultimate flexural strength, what we need to do here is you need to multiply your nominal strength sa reduction factor, which is nakuha natin 0.65. So makukuha natin for our ultimate strength is now being 142.942 kilonewton meters. So this is the sample problem where the design assumption or the steel assumption here does not yield. Kapag ganun yung nangyari class, what you need to do here is you need to emphasize yung equation or yung approach na gagawin natin dito, which is this one. Okay?